All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, most expensive headaches in the entire tech industry: ancient software. And the tantalizing question everyone's asking is, with all this incredible new generative AI, can we finally just automate our way out of this mess?
I mean, this is the dream, right? The idea that you could just point some super smart AI at a system that's been creaking along for decades and have it magically fix everything? It's an incredibly tempting idea for any company that's feeling weighed down by its own history.
So, the perfect world scenario looks something like this. You take your old COBOL system, you feed it into the AI machine, you hit the big green button, and poof, out comes a brand new, super efficient, modern version. It's a fantasy of saving millions of dollars and years of painful work. But, how real is that fantasy? To really get why this AI dream is so powerful, we have to first talk about why everyone is so desperate for a solution in the first place. I mean, just how bad is the burden of these old systems? Well, they are a massive drag. You've got huge operational and security risks just waiting to happen. The architecture is totally outdated, and good luck finding engineers who are excited to work on 30-year-old tech. It's getting harder and way more expensive. All of this just puts the brakes on innovation and doing anything new. So yeah, the problem is very, very real. But this is where we run headfirst into a messy reality. Because it turns out that rewriting a system isn't just about swapping out old code for new code. It is so much more complicated than that.
And boom. This slide right here is the reality check. It kind of shatters that whole magic button idea. Just look at this breakdown. The actual work of translating the code, turning COBOL into Java or whatever, that's only about 15% of the job. 15! So that means a whopping 85% of the effort has basically nothing to do with the code itself. So what is all that other stuff? Well, the other 85% is all this. It's figuring out the business logic that's been buried for decades. It's planning the move to the cloud. It's meeting today's security standards, dealing with infrastructure, integrating with dozens of other systems. An AI can't just guess all this stuff. It needs context. This is the absolute perfect analogy for it. Using an AI for a straight code conversion is like running a classic novel through a translation app. Sure, you'll get a word-for-word translation, but you lose everything that matters. The nuance, the subtext, the tone. You completely lose the plot. What you're left with is technically words on a page, but it's useless. Okay, so you might be thinking, all right, let's be smarter. Let's not do it all at once. Let's have the AI convert the system piece by piece, one module at a time. Sounds reasonable, right? But even that has a fatal flaw, because code just doesn't exist in a vacuum. This quote just nails it. If an AI is only looking at one little piece of code, it's like it's stuck in a cave with nothing but a tiny flashlight. It can see what's right in front of it, but it has no map. It has no idea of the bigger picture. So it can't possibly make smart decisions about the overall structure. Okay, so if the magic rewrite button is a fantasy, for now at least, what's the real answer? Well, it's about shifting our thinking, moving away from the idea of full replacement and toward the idea of an intelligent assistant. This is where the Copilot comes in. An engineering Copilot isn't trying to do the whole job. It's an AI assistant, think GitHub Copilot, Amazon Q, tools like that sits right inside a developer's editor and helps them out. It suggests code, it can explain what a confusing piece of old code does, and it can automate all the boring, repetitive tasks. This chart makes the difference crystal clear. You've got two totally different ways of thinking. The wholesale rewrite approach wants the AI to be the author, and the human is just there to check its work. But the Copilot model, that's different. The AI is the assistant, and the human developer stays in charge. They're the thinker, the architect, the strategist. And this isn't just a theory. The benefits are real, and teams are seeing them today. Copilots are helping them fix bugs way faster, making it easier for new developers to get up to speed on a confusing old system. And they even write all those tedious but critical tests for you. It's a huge productivity boost. So, given everything we've just talked about, the source material for this explainer lays out two really clear, really practical recommendations for what companies should be doing right now. First up, and this one is a really important warning, do not go off and try to build your own custom in-house AI solution to rewrite your legacy systems. At least not right now. The paper is really firm on this. The risk is just way too high. And why not? Well, for starters, the tech just isn't there yet for this specific, super complex job. You need wildly expensive hardware, the people who know how to build these things are rare and cost a fortune, and you could very easily spend millions and get almost nothing in return. The advice is to check back in about a year. Which, of course, brings us to the second recommendation. So if you shouldn't be building your own massive AI rewriter, what should you be doing? Simple. Do adopt a coding assistant. Start giving your teams these proven copilot tools that we know for a fact are already delivering real value today. And that really gets to the core of it all. The whole point, the smartest thing you can do right now isn't to try and replace your developers. It's to empower them, to give them AI tools that make them faster, smarter, and better at their jobs. It's about augmentation, not automation. And that really changes the whole conversation. It means we've been asking the wrong question all along. It's not about will AI replace developers. The real question, the much more interesting and important question we should be focused on is this: how will AI amplify our best people? How can we use it to make our most creative and talented engineers even better? Now that is an exciting future to think about.